جت في أغسطس. الفيضانات دي أدت إلى وفاة 36 شهيد توفوا نتيجة للفيضانات، ودمرت أكثر من 6000 بيت، ودفنت الآبار هناك يحفروا على الخيرات، دفن 15 بير دي كلها اتدفنت، ودي مسبب لنا مشكلة في المياه، المشكلة في مياه الشرب هناك. دي المشاكل اللي سببتها الكارثة. نحن يعني الأخوان مشوا وحس عرضوا الوضع هناك صعب جدا جدا، والحاصل إهمال كامل لدور الحكومة في المنطقة، والواضح إنه في مجاعة، لأنه يعني الأمراض الموجودة تلقى ناس يقول لك 4 يوم ما أكلنا 6 يوم، فنحن نفتكرها دي مجاعة. ونناشد كل منظمات المجتمع المدني، المنظمات المحلية والإقليمية والعالمية تتوجه للمنطقة. والناس اليومين دول قاعد تحتفل باليوم العالمي للغذاء تحت شعار معا من أجل دحر الجوع ولا حاجة كده الجوع. بالأولى الناس كل المنظمات تمشي تحارب لنا الجوع في منطقة جنوب توكر، لأنه منطقة فيها مجاعة. ونحن يعني عبر المجلس التشريعي حنسير النقاط دي عبر المجلس الوطني، اخواننا الموجودين هنا دايرين نخلي الحكومه تلتزم بحقوق المواطنين هناك. يعني المواطن هناك عنده حق على الدوله يجب ان توفر له الحمايه والامن والخدمات الاساسيه، وتعلن المنطقه منطقه مجاعه عشان المنظمات تمشي. من انه تعلن، اذا ما اعلنت انه منطقه مجاعه واستمر الحال كما هو عليه الان، يبقى ده حاجه ثانيه، والناس يعني يبقى ممكن يكون تجويع متعمد يعني هذه المنطقه. لكن احنا بنناشدهم يعلنوها منطقه بتاعت مجاعه عشان المنظمات، عشان كل الخيريين، كل الناس تنقذ اهلها في جنوب توكر، وتنقذ 150,000 نسمه قاعد تموت نتيجه للاهمال. في الختام أشكر كل الأخوة الصحفيين وكل أجهزة الإعلام، ونفتكر إنه القوافل المشت في الأيام اللي فاتت نتيجة للإعلام ونتيجة للتحرك على عملوا أخواننا في سودانيز أونلاين والمقالات اللي اتكتبت وكده. عشان كده نناشدهم يكتبوا كثير عن مناطق جنوب توكر، عن مناطق الهامش ده، والناس مركزة اليومين ديل على الجنوب والاستفتاء وكده. برضه الناس ما تنسى في مناطق هنا قد تتطور المناطق ده ويصبح بعد ذاك كلام يبقى خارج عن السيطرة. عشان كده نتمنى إنه كل الأخوة وكل المجتمع السوداني يهتم بالناس في جنوب توكر. وشكرا.
شكرا جزيلا حامد. طيب الكلام كان واضح ونسمع.
I'm going to be speaking on behalf of the elected political representative for the South Toker area, Saeed Hamid Idris, independently elected, and he was telling us about the South Toker area, where it's located in the south of the Red Sea province, about 250 kilometers from Port Sudan, which is the capital of the Red Sea province. It's a coastal region, about 8,500 to 9,000 meters squared, and it was very rich with its agriculture, and it was very economically booming. And recently, due to the drought and desertification and the war from 1996 to 2002, we're seeing these wonderful pictures and the things that are happening to its citizens. There are many problems or reasons why things have gotten to this extent. First of all, the war that I discussed in 1996-2002 between the current government and opposition forces that led to people internally migrating from the area to Port Sudan and other areas in the region, leaving refugees without homes, without sources of income. The infrastructure has been destroyed, the presence of landmines. These are all threats to the people living there. And so, of course, we're going to find the area is going to be poor in all aspects. There seems to be attempts for funding and relief organizations, but nobody's really seeing an effect of those funding or relief organizations. We don't know where the money is going. Apparently, there's been a fund set up to develop the eastern region totally, but also people are not noticing any changes. and there's absence of all the basic services for the citizens in this area and nearby areas. The problems in the area that led to this disaster, natural disaster, or we can say it's kind of man-made as well. The problems of absence of any health services. There's no doctors in the Aqiq region or province of this area. There's no health centers in some places, and even if there is a health center, there's a building with no equipment and no health services or personnel working, no medical cadre. And so you can have a building, a wonderful health center with nobody being able to cater to the patients, and most of them are transferred and referred to Port Sudan, where they die on the way, unfortunately. Also, we have the problem of water, which was discussed. The Baraka Creek, which provides water for 4 months of the year. There's no dams being set up, no irrigation schemes, no water reservoirs that are being placed there so that this water can be made use of. And so you find that people have water for 4 months of the year, and then it goes off into the sea, and these people are left with no water and all the consequences of that. We see also, because of the absence of water and the health services, that most of the diseases that are prevalent are those of poverty. People are coming with tuberculosis, with night blindness, all things that have to do with nutrition and the absence of vitamins. There's diarrheal diseases because the water is not of good quality. It's usually infected, and there's a study, there's no study to prove that, but they're saying that the prevalence of cancer of the esophagus is increasing there. And I think they visited the health services there, the Ministry of Health, and they said that they don't have a team even to go investigate what's going on there in the area. So it's total oblivious ignorance to what's going on, and turning the eye as if they don't want to know what's going on as well. In regards to education, there are some schools, the ones that are present, they find that the teachers are limited in number, some of the subjects are not taught, there's no books, there's no proper areas for the students to study in. There's no protection from cold, from wind, from sun, and so the environment for studying is not actually supportive for the students to study in. There's a problem of transportation as well. There's no bridges and dams connecting this region to the rest of the other areas in the Red Sea province, and so it's hard to transport goods, health services, medications, anything that the people could need. And so this leads to the prices of most things being extremely expensive, and we said this is an area where poverty is very prevalent, so it means people end up not getting anything. There's also, as I said, the problem of the war. There were a lot of young people in the area that died as martyrs. The presence of landmines. It's very, very common to hear that a group of people have died because of the landmines going off and them not knowing there are landmines in the area. Mr. Hamid spoke about electricity, even though he said this is a dream. We don't have water and other basic needs, but electricity is also something that is very much needed in the area. All of these add up to causing the disaster that's going on due to Baraka Creek. These are all problems that need to be solved at the national policy level. He's trying to speak to civil organizations, NGOs, governmental organizations, and non-governmental organizations. There's a lot of resistance to having people coming into the area. Even the citizens of the area are subject to questioning by the national intelligence. He says that they have to take permission to make any sort of movements or any group of people coming into the area. So these are all things that hinder any help coming in. And so they find themselves quite isolated in all aspects. And he's talking as us to have people try to come to the area. Not that he's proud of this organization for coming, being the first to come, to try to solve the problems in their South Tokar area, and he's looking forward to them doing more, and he's asking for other organizations to try to come as well, hoping that things can be better in the future so that this disaster, natural / man-made, can hopefully be alleviated in the future.
طيب بكده بنكون انتهينا من كلامنا وبندي الفرصة للأخوة الصحفيين والأخوات الصحفيات لتساؤلات لسأل ونتمنى إنه الواحد اللي بياخد الفرصة يعني يحدد إنه يتكلم مع واحد عشان يتم الرد له ويحدد لنا يورينا اسمه ويورينا الصحيفة بتاعته، وفرصة مفتوحة للجميع يعني.
خليه الوضع ما داير تساؤلات، لانه خليه واضح ما دام ما في زول سائل. لكن انا بناشد مره ثانيه انه الصحافه المغروه عندها دوره، وهي اكثر حاجه بتصل لايادي المواطنين السودانيين. فيتمنى انه يتم عكس للمؤتمر الصحفي مع مناشده ان احنا حندشن الحمله بتاعت الحمله الثانيه اللي تنادينا. حنبدأ الليلة الساعة 7:30 في بيت الفنون في بحري. حنكرم الجهات اللي كان منحتنا بعض من الأشياء اللي خلتنا نصل للمنطقة. نتمنى إنه تيجوا تساهموا معنا في التغطية هناك وتشاركوا معنا باعتبار أنكم غير إنه صحفيين ومواطنين سودانيين، ونحن من نناشد كل الناس